with Usyk, the game plan, like he's a superior boxer, a very good boxer, technician, ring IQ is very good. You have to.
You will give Usyk the hardest time with anybody. Anybody, I think if they said, Roy, you got to take one guy right now, put your money on against Usyk, who would it be? It would be Joseph Parker.
Parker did the business. Parker's done everything he needs to do now to warrant a shot at Usyk. But would you even give Joseph Parker a chance at Usyk? It'd be an interesting.
Joe is a similar size to him, can fight at a similar pace, is a crafty, clever boxer, Joseph. People don't realize how clever he is and how he can adjust. And that we won't be taking breaks, and we'll just have.
Joseph Parker truly believes he can beat Alexander Usyk. He says he's figured out one key weakness in Usyk's game, and that might be all he needs. Derek's over there trying to get a fight. I don't know what he's doing, Parker said. He's had his turn, now it's mine. The former world champion isn't just hopeful, he's confident. He truly feels he can be the man to finally stop Usyk. According to Parker, if he can match Usyk's speed, stay active, and move well in the ring, he's got a real chance. This could be the biggest win of his career.
Given that you are such an admirer of his, and you appreciate his skill, because you're an appreciator of skill, what makes you think that you've got the toolkit to dethrone him?
I believe wholeheartedly in my ability and what I can do in the ring. I have full confidence that give me a good camp or give me some time to put on the work with Andy Lee and George Lockhart. Want to come up with a good game plan, probably different to everyone else's one, and just work.
Now that the WBO has officially ordered him to fight Usyk, Parker is speaking up about what it will take to actually beat the undefeated champ. He gave Usyk full credit. He called him smart, technical, and praised his ring IQ. But Parker also sees a path. He believes that if he can keep the pressure on Usyk, stay busy with his punches from the first bell to the last, he can wear him down. The real secret, Parker says, is endurance. And that's what he's training for right now, building the stamina to stay in Usyk's face for the whole fight.
With Usyk, the game plan, like he's a superior boxer, a very good boxer, technician, ring IQ is very good. You have to apply pressure, and you have to, I think, maybe match him for punches. He throws a lot of punches, so you have to match him for punches. You have to be very fit, good endurance, and you have to be able to sustain that for the first round.
People in the boxing world are already buzzing about this possible showdown. One of them is none other than Roy Jones Jr., a true legend. Jones didn't outright say Parker will win, but he did say this: Parker is the best option out there for Usyk right now. He believes Parker would give Usyk the hardest fight out of anyone currently available. Jones respects Parker's tools, his experience, and his style. He even went as far as saying that Parker could push Usyk into the kind of fight he hasn't yet experienced at heavyweight. And then Jones said something big. If he had to bet on just one guy to beat Usyk today, it would be Joseph Parker.
But Joseph Parker is the best fight point right now, because Joseph Parker is a guy who has the qualities and the experience that it would take to give Usyk the hardest time. I'm not saying he's going to beat Usyk by no means, but he will give Usyk the hardest time with anybody. I think if they said, Roy, you got to take one guy right now, put your money on against Usyk, who would it be? It would be Joseph.
But just because the WBO has ordered the fight doesn't mean it's a done deal. Jones explained that Usyk still has some freedom to choose who he fights next, and this is where the tension is starting to build behind the scenes.
Well, you got to look at it like this for Usyk. Usyk is a guy who can do whatever he wants to right now. He vacated the IBF, he went and got it back. You understand me? So it's just fun for him right now. So he can do whatever he wants to do, and he can fight whoever he wants to fight. So if they demand him to fight somebody, if they make it like they're gonna force him to do it, he gonna say, forget y'all, take your gun, do what you want to do, I'll go back.
The WBO may want Usyk to fight Parker, but not everyone agrees. A big name in Saudi boxing promotions, Turki Al-Alshik, is pushing for a different fight. He wants Usyk to face Moses Itauma, a 19-year-old British prospect who's 12-0 and was just named Prospect of the Year by Ring magazine. Al-Alshik has real power in making big fights happen. He even tweeted, "I want to see Usyk versus Itauma. This is the fight that needs to happen." So even though the WBO made their call, there are powerful voices pulling things in other directions. Former world champ Carl Froch, however, thinks Parker deserves this chance. Froch said Parker has earned it. He's done all the right things to get here. He even praised Parker's quick hands and high work rate. According to him, it would be a fun, exciting match. But Froch also didn't sound too confident in Parker's chances. He reminded everyone that Parker has lost before, to guys like Dillian Whyte. And Froch doesn't believe Whyte would stand a chance against Usyk. Froch said he wasn't trying to be negative, just realistic. In his view, Parker might not have enough to actually pull off the upset.
Parker did the business. Parker's done everything he needs to do now to warrant a shot at Usyk. But would you even give Joseph Parker a chance at Usyk? It'd be an interesting fight. Quite fast hands, high work rate. But let's not forget who Parker's lost to already. I mean, lost to Dillian Whyte a few years ago. and he's since been beaten a few times by people that really couldn't lace Usyk boots. And I'm not having a go at Joseph Parker, and I do think that if anybody deserves a fight, he does. He deserves the fight, deserves the payday. But is anybody realistically giving Joseph Parker a chance against Alexander Usyk?
But Parker's trainer, Andy Lee, sees things differently. He's not just hopeful, he believes in Parker's style and mindset. Lee has been working with Parker on everything, from positioning to body language to always being ready to throw. One thing he's drilled in hard: never show that you're tired. Why? Because Usyk preys on that. When opponents pause or show fatigue, Usyk jumps in. He keeps the pressure non-stop, using feints and movement to mentally and physically exhaust whoever's in front of him.
So what we work on in the gym is being ready at all time and being your body language in the ring and keeping your feet in a position where you're always ready to punch. And if you are resting, if you are taking a break, that you don't show it, that you look as if you're ready to attack and you're ready to punch. And that's basically what we do, and that's what Usyk does. Usyk feeds off his opponent's breaks. When they look to take that little switch, he'll attack them. He can pressure, feint with his magic wand right hand, and he just burns them up. They're mentally exhausted as much as physically. And then when he wants to rest, he can move and dip and dive and go under the big guy.
But Andy Lee thinks Parker can match that. He says Parker is in top shape and has the ring smarts to adjust quickly. Lee believes Parker can keep up with Usyk's pace, which is rare. He said if Parker stays locked in and never slows down, he's got a real shot. It's a matchup between two smart, talented heavyweights. One is already a legend, and the other has the chance to make history.
Joe is a similar size to him, can fight at a similar pace, is a crafty, clever boxer, Joseph. People don't realize how clever he is and how he can adjust. And that we won't be taking breaks, and we'll just have to match him. I just love the fight. I think technically it's a great fight from two really good heavyweight boxers. One of them an all-time great, and Joseph a Hall of Famer, and possibly an all-time great if he got the win over Usyk. And the thing is, you have to match his pace, and that's mentally as much as physical.
Promoter Frank Warren also gave his thoughts. He said Parker is the WBO's next mandatory challenger, and it's the fight he personally wants to see. Warren mentioned Parker's been on a great run and deserves this spot. And even though there's always talk about Tyson Fury possibly facing Usyk again, something Fury himself wants, Warren believes Parker should get the opportunity next. If Usyk picks someone else, Warren says there's a chance he could be stripped of his title. That would open the door for Parker to fight for a vacant belt.
WBO have actually said that the winner of the fight on Saturday, which is Usyk, he's got his first match. That's the next mandatory due out of the 4 belts, and it has to take place by the end of the year. So yes, that will be the case. Unless he vacates the belt. If he decides to vacate it, then he'll have to fight the number 1.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? So if Usyk does vacate the belt, then who would Parker fight next?
Number 1 is Moses. It's Ram.
At a recent event, Parker was seen ringside, fired up and clearly ready for the challenge, but he stayed respectful. He didn't jump into the ring or interrupt Usyk's moment. That's not who he is. He even joked about Derek Chisora trying to grab the spotlight, saying, "It's his turn now." But later, Parker made it clear he wasn't being disrespectful. He believes Usyk deserved to celebrate his win properly.
Derek's in there trying to get a fight. I'm not sure what Derek's doing. He should piss off, and I'm next.
How badly do you want Alexander Usyk now?
I want to get in the ring now, but I don't want to take away his shine. I don't want to be disrespectful. Let him enjoy. This is 2 times he's undisputed unified champion of the world.
Are you going to push for this though?
Yeah, I'm going to push for the fight of Usyk. Yeah. And I hope he doesn't vacate the belt. But we'll see what happens. It'll be all.
Behind the scenes, Parker's promoter David Higgins is working hard to make the fight a reality. He told Sky Sports they're hopeful Usyk chooses to face Parker next. Higgins understands that Usyk has choices, but if Usyk walks away from this mandatory defense, he said that would be a soft move. He made it clear Parker is ready, focused, and eager to get this fight done before the year ends. Higgins said, "Joseph is hoping and praying that Usyk will want to defend the honor of being undisputed champion. Not many fighters in recent history have done that." He added, "A lot of people think Usyk won't take this fight, but if he doesn't, to me, that's a soft outcome. We haven't given up. We're still hoping for Usyk versus Parker before the year is over. So now, we wait." The WBO wants Usyk to fight Parker. Roy Jones Jr. believes Parker will be his toughest challenge. Carl Froch agrees Parker earned his shot, but doubts he can win. Andy Lee is confident in Parker's skills and heart, and Joseph Parker himself, he's ready to go, he's confident, he's motivated, and he believes with smart tactics, relentless pressure, and elite fitness, he can do what no one else has done. He believes he can beat Alexander Usyk. Will the fight happen? That's still up in the air, but one thing's clear, Joseph Parker is ready to make history. If you're backing Parker, hit that like button, drop your prediction in the comments, and share this with your boxing crew. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the latest updates, breakdowns, and fight night coverage.